What's going on, guys? I'm MrGoldenGamer and I make gaming videos that nobody watches. Today we're diving into another map comparison, and this time we're talking about WMD, the classic from Black Ops 1 versus its remake that was just added to Black Ops 6 in Season 5. I'll be breaking down what's changed, what's been lost, and why the new version just doesn't capture the same magic. If you enjoy this kind of deep dive into Call of Duty maps, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more map comparison videos, and check out the full playlist I have linked in the description below. I've already covered a bunch of other maps that you might want to see. Alright, so here's the deal with the WMD remake in Black Ops 6. They opted to go for a reimagination this time around with a complete new theme, and that is WMD now stands for World Motor Dynasty, which is a luxury car manufacturer set in Avalon. This kind of makes sense given that WMD has returned twice before, once in Black Ops 4 and then again in Black Ops Cold War, and each of those times it maintained its mountainous Russian snowy setting, so I get why they wanted to change it up. I don't love the decision because I think Black Ops 6 could use a couple more snow maps, but they decided to go with the Avalon theme instead. But one of my biggest problems is the ground surface, and I've talked about this in some of my other map comparison videos. In the original from Black Ops 1, the terrain wasn't just some flat surface. There were little hills, mounds, little patches of snow, and even some vegetation poking through the ground. It felt very natural, and it gave the map a sense of life. But now, in the Black Ops 6 version, the whole map feels super flat, like one giant concrete slab. It's pretty much concrete everywhere on this map, and that just kills the vibe for me. It feels very boring and bland. And throughout this video, I encourage you, take a look at the ground surface and you'll see what I mean. It's like not as detailed somehow, and I know that's not true. The textures are better in the new version, but it's just missing something. The original, the ground surfaces look so much better in my opinion. I will say that the buildings do look good, interior environments especially. Interiors have always looked better than exteriors in Black Ops 6, but even the outsides of the buildings here, the textures and details are solid, but they just don't really fit in with that flat concrete ground. It feels like they just slapped them on top of this big flat space. The original had stuff like tire tracks in the dirt, which added a lot of character to make it feel like a real place where things happened. The remake totally loses that feeling. There's no grit, no dirt, no variety, just a flat, sterile environment. And then there's the background scenery. The original had these huge snowy mountains, trees, and even a train that went by every once in a while, which made the whole map feel alive and immersive. The new version, not so much. You mostly just see empty sky, vague backgrounds that don't add anything to the experience. It really feels like they took a chunk of the big Avalon map and just stuck WMD right there instead of creating a standalone map that feels special on its own. Another thing that bugs me is the color scheme and overall vibe. Black Ops 6 has a ton of maps set on Avalon, and they all kind of look the same. Similar colors, similar design choices. WMD's remake just blends right in with maps like Hideout and the new version of Firing Range, which makes it feel way less unique. When so many maps look the same, it gets repetitive and honestly kinda dull. Playing on maps with different looks and vibes is a big part of what keeps multiplayer fresh and fun, and losing that variety really hurts the experience. Look, I'm not against changing a map's theme or location. I get it. Remakes don't have to be exact copies, but if they're going to change things up, the new version needs to feel interesting and unique. The Black Ops 6 WMD just doesn't do that. It feels like an afterthought, designed to fit into Avalon rather than to stand out as a true remake of one of the better maps from the original Black Ops. And that's a real shame for fans like me who really loved what the original map brought to the table back in 2010. So those are all of my thoughts on this WMD remake here in Black Ops 6. Overall, I don't think the map is bad. I really don't. I know I tore it to shreds in this video, but there is something to be said about that ground surface thing. It is not just this map. It is a lot of maps in modern Call of Duty. The ground surfaces just don't seem to have the detail that they did way back in the day. So let me know what you think about that. I want to hear from you down in the comments below. I always love seeing the different takes that you guys have. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll be making a map evolution video as well of WMD, going over every single version of WMD we've ever seen in Call of Duty, so stay tuned for that. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one.